right now. So you just start, I don't even know the timeline completely now. You said it was last June.
So yeah.
It's all started with you, and how's that been since last June for you?
It's kind of like been like a fast track whirlwind, getting to really know myself type of vibe, you know?
Okay.
It started literally from, me doing the freestyle, over beatbox with friends and family, and then it moved into, the idea of just me loving to do that, because I grew up in hip hop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the keys of the fast tracking and all that came about where I met a guy through his brother. I knew his brother, and his brother had a production studio, and he was all about the music, and I wanted to meet this guy, and I did end up meeting him, and how it came along was I met him through tragedy. Something really significant happened where something fell into his studio, and he needed help to clean the debris and all that, and so I came in with a friend, and we just volunteered in a sense, just helped out, cleaned everything, took the whole day, and at the ending of that day, he looked at me and said, "You know what? Let's do an album one day." And I didn't really think nothing of it. In my mind, I was just trying to help out.
At that time in your life, what were you doing?
Honestly, I was still trying to figure out myself at that point. So I was just like, I was in a place where I'm not really on socials like that. I had a social account, but I wasn't really focused on it. Wasn't really doing anything with it. And just trying to find myself, Yeah. And through that process, it came and left. Didn't talk to him for a while, and all of a sudden, last year, the beginning of the year, I got a phone call in February. Mind you, at that point in time, the beginning of January, I was day trading, doing some Forex, futures type of, stock stuff. Yeah. And he called me, he's like, I think it was around like 9 o'clock if I remember the time, like 9. And he said, "You wanna still do the album?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was kind of picturing in my head when he said it, like a kind of picture of a man looking away, and all of a sudden he's like, turns to you, he's like, "You still want to do that album?" Right?
And this is 3 years later.
And this is 3 years later from the time I actually helped him originally. And when he said that, I didn't even know how I was feeling when I was hearing it. But he caught me at a place where, I was trying to change my life. I was in a changing of life, knowing, finally having a compass to where I wanted to go. And then now he's giving me a 360 to my life. So it was like it was a weird moment, but, I came off the phone close to 10. And once I finished, it just became this whirlwind because I didn't go to bed that night until almost 6. So it was like literally 5-ish a.m. I went to bed and wrote 5 songs that night. And mind you, before me writing that 5 songs, I haven't wrote any songs. I wasn't writing any songs. Like I said, it was kind of like freestyling coming up and just loving hip hop and music, listening to it and, taking it in and understanding, different artists, elite artists from Biggie, Tupac, Kendricks and Jay-Z's and Drake's and Cole's and all these, people that we look to now and who we look to in the past.